Couple minutes late here, folks. Let me just grab my phone. See what's on the agenda for today, folks. 7:39. I think I said I was going on at 7:35. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. Inside Cycling World here. This is Colin. Let's get right into it, folks. What do we want to look at? Okay, guys, what are we doing today? Echelon Racing League, round 3, stage 3. Today we will be in a Alula. Let me just jump out of here for a second. I want to, I know what I'm doing. Sorry, folks, a little bit of cobwebs here today, but here we are. I want to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Aha, there you are, folks. There you are. So we've been off for a little bit here. I'm just checking a couple things out to make sure. Yeah, we're all looking good here. Okay, so Echelon Racing League in support of Project Echelon. Guys, don't forget, that's a great charitable organization to help out disabled veterans. The best thing is you also get to watch some really awesome racing here. I just want to make sure I'm all set up here. Hey, this one's great here. Less than 4.5 minutes to go, folks. And the rider that I just happened to be sitting on here, Brent Sensenig. Brent, so funny. I stumbled with your name last time, and we chatted a little bit afterwards. Outside of the blue yesterday, you showed up on my Facebook page. And I'm like, hey, that's that dude who I couldn't say his name. And then the very first rider I clicked on this morning, it was you. So what you're seeing here, I didn't plan this. You just happened to be the rider I clicked on. Let's just take a quick look here, folks. Joe Meyer, Dave Garguillo, Martin Coffey. So I think Dave Garguillo is out of New York City. Martin Coffey, yeah, well, namesake of a very famous professional hockey player, I should say. Joe Meyer, we've seen Joe do very well last week. I think Joe was 5th or 6th last week. Jose Montero Oviedo, another superstar here. Brian Van de Green. Jeff DeGuide. Oh, all these names are coming back to me. Big Joe here. Jonathan Bisson. Hey guys, oh, here's Cy Bradley. Hey Cy, good to see you, dude. I'm so glad you made it back for this race. Saw there's some exciting stuff coming up. Ladies League starting next month. Just saw that announced this morning through OTR. 3 minutes to go, riders. Super J's back too. Super J, Jamal Elia L. I nicknamed him Super J last week. Hey guys, when you're really part of Inside Cycling World, you get a nickname. That's how we do it around here. Let me just flip back and forward a few times here, folks. Dave Garge, thanks for the shout out. Hey Dave. Just want to make sure everything's working good here. I'm a little bit rusty right now. I haven't done anything since I think since last weekend, December 21st. I took all this week off. I'm actually fighting a bit of a sickness right now, so in the mornings I feel like garbage. End of the day, I feel like garbage. Middle of the day, not bad. So what I'm doing now is streaming. We're back on it, folks. I get messages from people, hey Colin, where have you been? What's going on, dude? And I'm like, dude, everything's fine. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a reset. A little bit of a recharge. I'm also doing the MyWhoosh 300. 2 minutes to go, riders. Hey, before we jump into this here, let's take a look at the standings, folks. You should be able to see this now. I have to double check to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. So here we are, folks. I'm going to look at just the men's B, and I'm trying to do everyone, but the men's B is the biggest category. Now, if it was the ladies C, I'd be in there, folks. I need enough people to cover. I will jump to another race, but check this out. After 2 events, we got Jonathan Bisson out of Quebec, Canada. First place, 380 points. We got Jose Oviedo in second place, 365. Marvin Orlando Angarita Rejas, superstar, yes. Scott Cunningham, David Young, Hendrik van der Zandt, Patrick Caldwell, Joe Meyer. Here's Joe himself. Guys, I keep telling you, anytime, message me personally, Instagram, you'll find Inside Cycling World there. Facebook, I'm on there. You can send me a message through YouTube. Let me know about you guys. Martin Coffey here, Jason Drummond, Austin Urch, yes, that guy. Just checking my time, folks. We're less than a minute out, folks. Less than a minute out. Let me just scroll down here to Hugh Ioannis. I hope this guy's back today, man. Like, he was total hitter in week 1. So he's missed week 2. This is only going to grow more and more and more every week. More riders going to go, hey, check out the racing. And guys, I'm going to say it again. Your community is your product. Community racing is stellar. The amount of racing that I watch with these two eyeballs, I see a lot of stuff. I want to make sure we're on the right stuff here, folks. Sorry about this. I'm a little bit clunky here. So we want to turn race results off, and we're in, folks. We're in. Sorry about that. Just over 10 seconds to go. Let's get it, riders. Let's get it. This will be a ring-a-ding, a dong dandy, straight out of Calgary Stampede Wrestling, folks. If you know that dude, he's one of the greatest broadcasters of all time. I'm suspecting most of you don't know him. Good old Eddie Whalen. He announced Stampede Wrestling. You're like, Stampede Wrestling, what's that calling? We need to know. Stampede Wrestling was like the series based in pretty much my hometown. That's 45 minutes down the road here. Stu Hart. They had they had a dungeon in the basement. They had dungeons before there was dungeons. Basically, this whole family centered in Calgary. All of the best wrestlers in the world. Now, whatever you think of professional wrestling, I don't care. It's entertainment. Those guys work hard. They work hard. They actually get injured. We know it's all, it's a show. It's like a man soap opera is what I call it. I used to watch it all the time as a kid growing up. All the superstars of the WWF started out or came through Stampede Wrestling. And the best commentator was Eddie Whalen, who was also the commentator for the Calgary Flames. Rest in peace, Eddie Whalen. Okay, riders, let's get into the cycling here. Let's check this out. See how many riders we got here today, folks. Ooh. Looks like some people might be on vacation still, folks. Daniel Neugbauer. We got Esteban Pulgarin at the back. I think a lot of people might be on a little bit of still of an extended Christmas break here. I think our numbers are down a little bit from last week. Joji Ishikawa. We've seen Joji before. Brent Sensenig. Brent, I got it now, right? Ben Nickerson. Yes, this dude's actually messaged me. I forget what we were discussing at the time, but Joseph Paulson here. We're going to move up to Jeff DeGuide. Andrea Baldi, Joseph Paulson, Austin Urch. Brian Hockman. Who's this guy? Brian Hockman. I noticed too that in the men's C, I think it is, there's a guy, Willie Van Sevenant, based out of Calgary. Actually, I think he might be down in Okotoks. Looks like we got some moves going off the front already, folks. Let's get up here. Let's get up. Oh, I see Jeremy Chakes is back as well. Jose Montero Oviedo from Colombia. So many strong Colombians on MyWhoosh. Mike Gavelis. I know this dude. I know this guy right here. Yes. Awesome stuff. Pushing strong at the front. So I have ridden with this rider over on the on another platform. I don't know if I'm allowed to say platform names. Yeah, I think I can. It's my channel. Sorry, folks. Sometimes I'm just like that. Chris Evans here. Okay, so remember last week? Chris was a rider that rode solo all the way. And at the time, I said, I think Chris got a late start. I'm not sure of Chris's ability. I don't know all the riders, but I'm getting to know everyone. Jeremy, very, very strong rider. And I did say in the stream last week, did he have a disconnect? Because he was smashing at the front. All of a sudden, 0 power. So something happened at home for that poor guy. I think that really could have changed the race for him. Gonna jump into the studio for a second here, folks. You still have the YouTube window on screen, by the way. Okay, let me just check that, folks. Okay, everything looks good here. So now everything should be streaming. Can someone in the stream let me know what you're seeing? Are you seeing the race? You should be. Yeah, I know. Dave, I was super rusty this morning. I'm like, I don't even know where to start today. JJ really had fun last week. We'll be back in a couple. Scott Cunningham won't be racing today. Okay. Oh, and it's Scott. It's Scott talking about Scott Cunningham. Hey, Scott. Yeah, guys, I understand. And the race organizers know that too, and everyone here. It's so busy this time of year. Let's just see how my camera's going to do today. So we got the auto rotate on there. Night. Okay. Got a little auto rotate going on. I like that. I really like the camera. I still haven't fully mastered it. What you see here is different than what you'll see when you're riding by yourself. Let's jump on Sai for a while. Just hang out with Sai here for a little bit. We got a nice strong group here at the front, folks. I think they're all still together, all 23. Ooh, no. I think it was Paul Guerin at the beginning who looked like they were starting a bit slow. Yeah, so one rider did start slow. I don't know if they actually jumped in a tiny bit late. You never know, folks. Sometimes you can just see them if you look at the mini map here. Actually, you know what, riders? I don't even know where I am on the screen right now. Okay, I'm up in that top corner. Whoa, we don't want to do that. Sorry, riders. Let's get on the camera. Okay, I am on the camera, aren't I? And we're going to move the me over here. Yes, I did put another, nicer shirt on today, if I must say so myself. Hopefully everyone's watching the stream live, doing a little bit of stream sniping, perhaps. Yeah, you can just see the mic here. Don't turn it off, Colin. And as Steen Brusgard pointed out, over here, handlebars. That's where they're going to stay. Just so you know, I actually do ride a bike. Folks. Yesterday... Okay, Scott, yeah, it looks great. Okay, thanks, guys. Let's go Sai from Elise Galagos. I don't know who Elise is, but she looks like a racer from her avatar. So, hey, Elise, thanks for stopping in here. So, yeah, folks, hope you've all enjoyed your Christmas. Yeah, okay, let me jump back up, folks. Yeah, sorry. I'm really distracted here today. Usually I stream, for a while, it's been Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, twice on Wednesdays, usually a Thursday race, back to OTR events on Friday. And then this past week, since last Saturday, nothing. So I started setting things up this morning. I'm like, what do I got to do again? Oh yeah, stream key. I need to do that too. So guys, in this route here, 2 laps, 17.4 kilometers per lap. There's a series of 7 little stingers. We're on them right now. You can see them in the profile in the top right-hand corner. Most riders here will be pushing Zone 5, Zone 6 power. Yeah, they're all doing that right now. But 7 little stingers, and later on there's another bump. These stingers are going to just shred this course. Shred. Awesome stuff. Super J, Mike Gavales here. I'm trying to remember. So I do know 2 Mikes from Canada that are both, really, really good cyclists. I'm trying to think which one this is. I don't know if this is Bikes by Mikes or no. Is Bike Gavales HPL Cycling? He might be HPL Cycling. Oh, guys, I'm forgetting here. I am forgetting. I'm going to have to look it up on my phone as we're riding. Cy Bradley sitting at the front, making sure everyone knows he's watching. Super J right there as well. Austin Urch, Andre Baldy, Albert Chan. Again, I keep saying I know that name from somewhere. I've probably raced with him at some point. I know a lot of riders will race multi-platform. I know a lot of riders that won't touch another platform. I don't get it. Look at the beauty of the scenery here. It's fantastic. If you're looking for best graphic scenery, it's definitely MyWhoosh HD. I ride all 3 major platforms right now. Zwift, MyWhoosh, and Ruby. So kind of have some good experience in all 3 of them. I spent 3.5 years on Zwift. I spent 3.5 years on Ruby. I've been on MyWhoosh now only a few months. I love it. I love it, folks, and I'm so excited about the MyWhoosh 300. So yesterday I banged out, I think it was 68K maybe. The MyWhoosh 300 is totally doable, folks. You still have time to even do it. 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, and the 1st of January. You've got 5 days. All you need to do is 60K per day to collect those juicy, delicious 150 gems, which will allow you to purchase the Season's Pass. Then you get the premium track on... I'm just calling it the Premium Pass, folks. That's from my video game world. I know whoever works for MyWhoosh, Brent's sitting at the front right now, whoever the developers are for MyWhoosh, they play a lot of video games. Let's just be honest, folks. And to be even more honest, so do I. So do I. I think someone at MyWhoosh plays a lot of Forza Motor Racing. Great game, by the way. Don't knock them until you try them. And the Season's Pass stuff, Call of Duty, all the way. I love it. I love the free Season's Pass, and I love the premium Season's Pass. It's the track on the bottom you're going to see when that comes out. You're going to see all the goodies that the Season's Pass holders are getting that you're not. So it's kind of like, oh, we'll give you a little bit, but not the rest. And that's great marketing. Ooh, here's another stinger. Look at this. Look at this stinger here, folks. Downhill minus 4%. smashing straight up now, back to 5, 6%. The field is stretching out now. Stretching out now. Who is on the front? Big Joe. Do not let this man get away. He will time trial you into an early grave, folks. This is what he's good at. He is a time trialist. He knows right now. He's got a bit of a gap. He's got one more bump to get over and then just a little gopher hill coming up after that, and then it's flat. That will give him a chance to get away if he decides to push this attack. Now, a lot of these climbs are just little bridges, perfectly designed for bike racing here. Again, fantastic job by the developers. I love it, folks. If you think this riding's great, if you love this racing, riders, 6% gradient again, smash, smash, smash. 2-second lead over Mike Gavalis here. Wow, what's with these Canadians? What is with them, folks? Jonathan Bisson, number 1 right now in the series after 2 events. Canadian. Really cool to see Mike here, only because I know him. You know what I'm going to do, folks? As we're just kind of cruising along here in the racing, I got to look it up because it's driving me insane right now. HPL Cycling. I'm not sure if that's him or not. There's another Mike, and I've raced with both of them. HPL. I'm pretty sure he's HPL. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. Yeah, it is HPL. Okay, so Mike Gavalis here. I have raced with him on Ruby. Like I said before, maybe I shouldn't say other platforms, but maybe I should. There's nothing wrong with that. We're allowed variety in life, right? Spice of life. Look at Jonathan at the front here. All right, dudes. Wake up time, wake up time. He's done this before. Yeah, I'm cheering him on now, riders. I'm cheering him on. Jose's on it. Jose's watched this happen before. He's not going to let it happen. Maybe he wants to get on the Big Joe train here and ride away from the rest. Mike Gavalis, the third rider right now, trying to claw this group back. So Mike Gavalis is based out of Saskatchewan, Canada. I have ridden with him before. He won't remember me at all. He took part in I think a few of the Team GRC events. So over on the other platform, this guy here has a team called Team GRC. Started from nothing. Our Discord group now, you know, guys, it's approximate numbers, but our Discord group now is probably somewhere well over 250, 275 members. Our race events, generally when we have a race event, it will be, and not always, guys, because there's another really good team on there as well that puts on fantastic events. I'll give them a shout out. That's the Muckers Worldwide group over on the other platform. They put on stellar events as well. But generally, when there's a Team GRC event, it will be the single biggest event that day on the platform. And that's through growing the community, folks. Going to say it again, the mantra, no community, no product. That's the reality. You got to support your community. So I'm all about community racing. I love the elite racing. Some of the best battles I've seen are just 2 random dudes, maybe 2 random ladies, battling for like 38th place. And I will spotlight those people in all my events. So I cover the hitters at the front. I cover the breakaway people. I'm also looking for all those people coming in. I just find these crazy battles going on. And you know, some of them may be mid-packers. Some of them are back of the pack. And they will have epic battles. And I'm just going to say right now, they're probably working just as hard as the elites. Obviously not absolute numbers. They're not pushing 15 watt per kilo sprints. They're not riding at 6 watts a kilo. It's probably half that at most. But in their reality, they're working just as hard. They're probably working way less efficiently, which makes it even harder. There's fantastic racing all over here. Look at this. Jonathan is attacking again. He's got the 3-second gap. Are they just letting him dangle out front? Are they just letting him simmer for now? It's like, okay, Joe, go ahead. So here's that other bump I was talking about. So you got the 7 stingers at the beginning, followed by the lump at the end. Let's see what we got left in the front here, folks. Let's see what we got left. Who hung on? I think it's all come back together. Okay, so yeah, we're 17 here. Super J sitting here strong. Chris Evans, 18th place. He's not that far back. Nice job, Chris. He might be able to just see them going up the hill there. looking back now, so, oh no, they're going just over the top. Ooh, come on, Chris, can you see them? Look at me. I'm leaning again, folks. I'm doing the column leaning, trying to see things around the corners. So we've got Chris, Daniel, Jeff DeGuide, Joji Ishikawa, Ben Nickerson, and Esteban Pulgren doing their own rides today. They will be accumulating points no matter what, folks. There's points for all the positions here. So sometimes it's just about a matter of being consistent. So if you were one of the top riders this week, and there's quite a few here that I don't see, some of these riders, they're taking points right now. Brian Hackman here. I'm trying to see what the second part. Boys in Motion. I like that. Okay, Boys in Motion. Kind of got a weird spelling. Gotta wonder, is he from East Coast Canada too? Cy Bradley here. Everyone knows Cy. Inside the Ride podcast. Cy, I watch all of them. I think I might have mentioned way back when. I know everyone doesn't see all my videos, folks, but I remember all this stuff. When I was on vacation in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, late October, I sat down, and at the time, I think there's 9 poolside. I listened to all 9 podcasts, you and Matt Smithson. Loved them. Jeremy here. I wonder what Jeremy's going to do today. Yeah, look at Joe. That lead's so slowly stretching, folks. This is a really tough point because everyone's back there going, oh man, do I have it in the legs to chase him? If I chase him and it doesn't work, I'm going to drop out of this group. So everyone's got that gambling. It's poker face time, folks. It's like, I don't know if I can. It's one of those. You're kind of like, Everyone right now is waiting for the next guy to go. So again, Mike Avails, let's finish that story. Raced with him on Ruby over at Team GRC. He's got a great club based out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. I know, what a cool name, right? Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. Saskatchewan, great province. It's gigantic. They'll call Saskatoon like the North. You're only halfway up the province. That's how big it is. I think I was telling some of you, I think I missed my story last week. I think Alberta and Saskatchewan, roughly the same size, basically the same people, farming, oil and gas. If you've met a person from Saskatchewan, you've met a person from Alberta. We sound the same, we talk the same. You are only halfway the province. You can fit roughly 6 UKs inside of Alberta. Think about that for a second. 6 of them. Now, I'm not sure what either UK or Great Britain. I can't remember which one I looked at, but gigantic. So, Jonathan right now has an 8-second lead over Joe Meyer. Martin Coffey, Cy Bradley. So we've got our group here. I think there should still be 17 in this group. Everyone's going to be taking their turns rotating through. The lead's just growing, folks. The lead's just growing. 17.4 kilometers to the lap, I believe. Cy again, Super J. Joseph Paulson here. Brian Hackman, Brian Vendegrand. Now, I think Brian might be, I was looking at the standings earlier. I think Brian might have been in Men's C at one point. Well, I could be wrong about that. Here's Chris Evans still riding solo. So we got our group of 17. 1 riding solo, 16 all chilling out together. If you call 3.5 to 4 watts per kilo chill. Let me get back up here again, folks. I think I'm getting rid of the cobwebs right now. Hey, riders, also too, something to talk about is starting imminently. You can see, if you go onto the events page, I think the first stage of the Tour de Monde is now going to start showing up. That's an OTR, virtual events, 12-stage series. That's going to be a huge event, folks. I think there's over 100 riders registered right now. So we're going to be seeing upwards of 100 riders, perhaps more, on a weekly series. Sorry, not weekly. There's this, guys, it's kind of I think you get Thursday and Mondays off. I should have done my preview, but I just got so busy at Christmas here. I was so worn out. Just stream. I love streaming. It just takes away from my entire day, though. So I just had to take a bit. Look, it's 3 Canadians, 1, 2, and 3 right now. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Albert Chan. Ooh, yes, guys. Nice job. A little bit of bias. That's okay. A little bit of bias. Jumping into the chat here. Ooh. JJ saying I was hard set on Zwift only. Buddy Kush Schwenker. I know who that is. Convinced me I was wrong. Loving my whoosh now too. Dude, I like both of them. I really like both of them. I think all the platforms are really cool. They're all just different. A little bit different. But in the end, it's all cycling. So when I meet people like, I would never ride that platform. Why? That's just, it's kind of like, oh, I only like McDonald's. I hate Wendy's and I hate Dairy Queen and I hate A&W. These are burger chains. North Americans will know. Still a burger, right? Just slightly different. Camilo Rojas is saying, Jose Montero Oviedo, come on, you can do it. I know you applied your powers. Yes, is a very strong rider. Chris Franker, is he Zwift Insider? I got to think about this, guys. Yeah, so many names floating around my brain. Ben Nickerson, that was a fun 6 minutes. Made it to the first climb. This is realistically ACAT. Really? Okay. Yeah, there's so many strong riders here. Vamos, Jose. From Johan. Hey, JJ and Elise. Okay, that's coming from Virtual Velo Podcast. And Johan saying, hey, at Ben, maybe Cat B plus in Zwift. Okay. Stay and look at Category A. Yeah, for the elites later, guys. For the elites later. Okay, so we've hung out with, Jonathan's still at the front here. Guys, the best thing that's really going on right now I'm seeing on MyWhoosh is community racing is so fantastic. I just, I feel like I'm involved in it. I've been doing videos now on MyWhoosh, just doing my thing, since I think it was November 4th, maybe November 5th. And that's because James Ogilvy, the guy that puts together all the OTR virtual event stuff, the man himself, he reached out to me. He just said, hey man, you want to do some commentary for us? I said, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. So I started that with James over at OTR, and all those events have grown massively. Massively, folks. I think I met Johan through the OTR events because he was showing up for them. And so then I did the Columbia series with Johan. So that was a 4-stage event, and that was another superstar smash success. Guess what, folks? Round 2 coming shortly, in the future. Johan's got a lot of cool plans on here as well, and I'm going to support him 100%, folks. 100%. What you got to realize, too, is that it's not just elite racing on MyWhoosh. You're going to find a lot of good racing elsewhere. And I see it all the time. I know you guys do all the racing, and you guys can blow me out of the water, but I'm the one watching these people every week. So like I said, for a while there, I was doing 3 OTR streams per week. Johan's Columbia series. Hey, and also don't forget the big man himself, Golden Boy, Eric Rinborg over at Level NSA Racing. I'm doing those races on Wednesdays as well. And that's a really cool mixed community. You'll have like superstar racers from SRC, and you'll also have kids. So cool to see. Last week I did it, and Level NSA, I think, yeah, maybe it's NSA Academy. Guys, the names, they're in one ear and one out the other. They have done like a little with X Speed United? I might be saying that wrong. Canadian team, UCI Continental team racing in Europe. I got to meet a bunch of those young guns last week. So awesome. These young guys are just starting out, and they all came and raced. There was 5 of them in that last Wednesday race. So that's what I'm talking about, community racing. You're going to have people like me, average Joe. Yeah, I could sprint a little bit. I'm kind of a full-size guy, if you get my drift. We like to do this here, full-sized. I'm 6'2", so I'm not a lightweight. I'm not a pro. I'm not young either. I'm your average dude. I've said this before on another platform. I'm your product. I'm your product, folks. This guy right here, I'm your product. I'm the guy that will buy that season's pass. I'm the guy that will pay for cosmetics and cool features. Like if you made a super cool bike that, I don't know, whatever, or a super cool helmet, I'd be like, yeah, I'll purchase that. I like the business model of MyWhoosh. This reminds me of Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, great game. Free to play. Well, not all of it. I guess it's free to play on Xbox. But like, take a look at Call of Duty Was it Modern Warfare? The Battle Royale one? One of the best games out there. Free to play. Free to play. How does that business model work? Well, they have a season's pass. The people that love the game purchase said season's pass. Everyone else is just along for the ride. You don't have the season's pass and you're looking going, well, that guy gets a gun that's pink. Oh, and he also gets a super cool tiger stripe camouflage. Oh, and he gets to have special runners to run around on the battlefield with. I don't get none of that. Oh, for $10 I can get all that? Sign me up. Sign me up, bro. Sign me up. Coming to the end of the first lap here. This is great to see here, folks. So now I can get an idea of where the finish line is. We come out of the city, scoot into the jungle here, or the oasis area, I should say. Boom, we're through. Hey, so actually I didn't even mention where we are. We're in Alula, Saudi Arabia. Did you know that there's been human settlement here since 5000 BCE? 5000 BC, folks. That means there's been people in this area for 7,000 years. So Alula is an actual city. It's like a town, but it's also very famous for its archaeological sites. I was going to say ruins. I guess maybe some are ruins, but sites. They have the elephant rock here. You've probably seen it at some famous bike races in the past where they go by it. Okay, Martin Coffee, the group's all still together now, folks, and we are back together. Back together. I wonder how Jonathan's feeling right now. I wonder if he's just back chilling out for a while. He's halfway through the race knowing he can do that again. But these guys know what he's capable of. Were they just letting him dangle? Let's go through the names now, folks. Let's go through all these names. Jose Montero, Vado, Martin Coffee, Austin, Albert Chan, Cy Bradley, Jason Mount, Joe Meyer, Andre Baldi. We're Jonathan Bisson, Dave Garguillo still here. We've lost a few riders, folks. We've lost a few. We've got 14 in that front group. So the 17 that were together, 16 chasing one. At some point, they pulled him back and a couple of riders fell at the back. So we've lost Brian from Canada, Brian Vandegrand. Still riding strong at 3.2. He's with another Brian. We got the two Brians here. Brian, my dad's Brian. It's my dad's name. My middle name is Brian. I'm a B-R-Y, Brian. Just so you know. Never use that name. I never use it. Yeah, I just kind of dropped that. Okay, Super J's out the back too. Remember, folks, still getting points, still in the series. There's guys that have been here for one race and now they're not here. Ooh, Mike's pushing at the front hard now. Mike's trying to string it out a little bit here, folks. So again, Mike out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. Has a really strong team there too. I think they kind of focus on veterans racing too. In fact, I have it on my phone. Let's have take a little look at it. Saskatoon, Canada. Meet the team. Home. Let's see what they got to say. It's actually called HPL Cycling. So make sure you take a look at that later. They do Grand Fondos. Ooh, Crow's Nest Pass 100 gravel race. That's a big event here, folks. Crow's Nest Pass. It's about 2.5 hours south of Calgary. There's actually a lot of cool gravelly adventure racing around here. Oh, that's nice too. Alex Dita Classic. Do everyone remember Alex Dita? If you don't know who Alex Dita is, first North American to ever wear the yellow jersey at the Tour de France. Check that out, folks. Yeah, and he's a Canadian guy. So I think it was on a stage where they did, way back when in the 80s, they would have kind of 2 stages per day. At the very beginning, I think they would do like the prologue and like a group race, 4 or 5 hours apart. And Alex Dita from Canada took that jersey first before any other North American did, before Greg LeMond. Eventually, who else got it? My favorite, Steve Bauer, another Canadian. Pretty amazing the amount of good Canadian cyclists that have came out of here when there's really... We don't really have a good system here for cycling, I don't think. Maybe it's better back east. But it's not like... If you want to play hockey here, oh yeah, the system's in place. It'd probably be like if you want to play football, aka soccer, in Europe. The system's there. Your kid's 4 years old, 5 years old. You get them kicking around a little ball on a mini soccer field, and that's the start. Cycling here is totally different. It's like, I find with cycling here, it's usually you're that oddball kid that thinks it's really cool. And then if you're lucky, you meet up with a bunch of other oddball kids and then find a team and you go racing with them, go training with them. It's probably easier now to meet other people just with social media, virtual training. So guys, take a look at this. Martin Coffey, Mike Gavalis off the front together, and the group has allowed them a 15-second lead before the stingers start. Stingers are starting, folks. And these are no joke. No joke. I know Sai did a little recon on them a few days back. This is a route I've never actually ridden yet. With the MyWhoosh 300, I've been banging out route after route after route. So I think MyWhoosh 300, great event, guys. Keep doing stuff like that. Tie them to every season. There could be an Easter 300. There could, whatever. So many ideas to grow the community. So yeah, I'm halfway right now. I think I'm at 49 or 50%. I got lots of time left. So am I going to be able to do the Rafa 500? Probably not, because I don't feel very well. I did my bunch day one. That was great. Yesterday, I just did a ton of circuits. Like I did like some Belgium circuits. I did some, I think I did some Saudi circuits. I think I did 4 or 5 different circuits yesterday. Of course, getting all the gold coins and the completion badges. So yeah, you can see we're just going through these rollers up and down, up and down. The topography here, you know, obviously we're on the other side of is the Red Sea here? Yeah, the Red Sea. Red Sea? Yeah, Red Sea. We're in Saudi right now, and the Jebel Jais is over in UAE, but just the topography, these mountains here, very similar to me. Very similar. So we got 2 riders up front. We got Jeremy chasing with Jose. Do we have our full group of 14? There was 14. Ooh, looks like people are slowly slipping. Brent's just slowly slipping. Come on, Brent. Let's get it, dude. Let's get it. Joseph's just slipped out the back, too. So that's our front 14 right now. Hopefully Joseph can get back in here on one of these downhills. Joseph's just got to ride within his own ability here. Brent's pushing hard, over 6 watts a kilo to hold on. Joseph needs to hope they just kind of let off a little bit on the downhill. He needs to push through here. You can see them doing it. There's riders up front right now which are letting off. Joseph needs to keep powering through here and use momentum to try to get back on. I can see them going around the corner here to the right. Notice my hand doing this. I don't know why, but it is. Let's get back. Dave Garguillo at the front here. Nice group. Jason, Austin, Albert Chan, Jeremy, Chakes, emphasis on the X. But then we got Mike Aveas and Martin Coffey here. Where's Jonathan? Okay, Jonathan's just embraced in the group right now. Going over these series of rollers over these bridges. Awesome stuff. Same with Martin for a little bit. Back to the chat, catch up with some riders here. Oh wow, it's a busy place today, folks. Busy place. People just saying hello to each other. Obviously, people know each other. Johan knows Elise. I don't know much about Elise here. Elise looks like a bike racer for sure. What category does she race in? Let us know. Johan saying he should hire her. Colin. Someone should hire me at some point, folks. Someone should hire me. Johan watched last week's A. Uh-oh. He's got a little hands over his face, too. Guys, I love watching all the racing. I love it. And, you know, I appreciate everyone that has stopped in here and watched my videos. I try really hard at these. I like to involve my life in these videos, goofy stories, stupid things I've done, a little bit about my background. You know, it's just a little story every week, but people kind of enjoy it. Going through the stingers, folks. And I do all these rides too, folks. I'm a natural talker. I'm kind of a natural salesman. I'm an oil and gas geologist. Hey, Saudi Arabia, hire me. I'm in Alberta, Canada. All our pipelines are kind of messed up here. Alberta's not a great place to invest right now. So the glory days of oil and gas in Alberta are gone. In fact, yeah, they're really gone for me. So I find I'm pursuing my other passion in life. So yeah, cycling's always been a passion of mine. I was riding bikes in the mid-'80s, getting Winning Magazine, mid-'80s, going to the bookstore, getting this yellow bordered magazine back then. That was my only source of cycling. That's how it started for me. Went to university, got my geology degree, had a bunch of flats, stopped riding my bike. Got busy at work, raised a family. Then, I don't know, probably 8-9 years ago, I said, I'm going to go buy a bike. Actually, it was Joey Jojo. She goes, well, why don't you ride your bike again? Because you watch so much of it. Like, I've never missed a tour. If it's on TV, I'm watching it. So, yeah, like all those Lance Armstrong days, I didn't really ride my bike through much of that. So, yeah, I got back in, got a road bike, felt half crippled, ride one. And now I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I do still like riding outside. It's just some of the roads around here are pretty boring. Pretty straight lines. I live in farming community. Look at these two riders here. Down to 4 seconds though. The group's pulling them back, folks. Down to 3. The group's working strong together to get them back. Now, we're basically coming out of the last stinger with one little just gopher hole. Gopher's like a little critter that lives in the ground here. They make holes all over the place. Yeah, a good way to break your ankle. I don't know what else. Groundhog. They're kind of like a groundhog, I guess, for my American friends. We call them gophers. Gopher. And they are kind of a nuisance, but they're kind of cute little guys too. They race around. In the springs, it's horrible. They're all squished on the roads. And yeah, okay, back to cycling. Less talk of animal death. Jeremy Tacx here, pushing hard now. So the gopher hole's coming up. Gopher Hill. So what exactly is the Gopher Hill? Is it just this? Oh, it's this little rise here on the green road here. Okay, gotcha. Remember, folks, I'm just learning all these rides right now. I've been trying to do as many as possible. Check out the water effects here. Top right-hand corner. That looks really cool. Okay, folks, 24.9 kilometers in. We're less than 10 kilometers to the finish. It's going to get hot in here. You know what I'm talking about. What is it today? Today's 28th. New Year's is coming up quick. Hope you guys got something big planned for New Year's. I think we're staying home. I'm getting old, folks. Stay home. Actually, you know what it was? There was no good concerts for us to go to. We love going out to the casino. A casino night. You go there. You go to the bar early. Get some, pub food, if you want to call it that, the chicken wings, the whatever fingers, the sweet potato fries, and then you go over to like the huge amphitheater area, whatever you want to call it, the theater, and watch. Oh, here he goes again. Just testing these boys out. Test them out, boys. 1, 2, 3 Canadians. Check it out, folks. Okay, we got 2 Canadians on the front. Will these 2 Canadians now work together? Are they frenemies now? Let's go, boys. Let's get it. Show them how it's done. So yeah, like one of these guys, Mike Gavias, he's basically Western Canada. Jonathan Bisson, Eastern Canada. Probably the distance between the two of them is larger than the size of Europe. That's how big Canada is, folks. It's not something, when you want to go driving in Canada, it's a serious undertaking. So Jonathan at the front, 5 watts a kilo. Mike just sitting in the draft right now, 3.5. I think Jonathan knows he's got the ability to time trial away. Will he take Mike with him? Mike's a very strong rider too. Got a really good team. 10 second back, Jose, Martin Coffey, Jason, Jeremy Tacx, Dave Garguillo. I'm looking for Cy right now. Cy, where are you? Ooh. Cy's out the back here. Okay, so yeah, here's our main group now. So we've got 2 out front with 6 chasers. That's going to totally change the dynamics here. So now it's no longer is it 14 versus 2. And I know the number's been dwindling the whole time. Now it's only 6 versus 2. Those 2 out front might have a chance. You can just see them in the distance. Good to see Joe here as well. Any other rider here? Send me a message, folks. Send me a message. Let me know where you're from. Obviously, I can see Jose's from Colombia. But, dude, send me a message. Martin Coffey, send me a message. Let's get this growing, folks. Jeremy's hanging on here. Jeremy, get back in, dude. Get back in. I want to see green numbers. Green numbers, Jeremy. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Yes, green numbers will be engaging imminently. There we go. Austin's only 10 seconds back. Yeah, folks, this is good. Albert Chan riding solo. Cy Bradley is with Andre Baldi, and Brent Sensenig. So Brent was just dangling on the back end before earlier. And actually, I think it was Austin that was the one that was just holding on for dear life. So those little stingers really ripped the field apart. Let's get back to the front. See what our two Canadian boys are doing together here. Jonathan, Mike. Now, folks, it's obvious they are working together. They know now is the time to strike. Do not hesitate now, boys. It's now or never. No guts, no glory. Let's roll, boys. Let's roll. The hunt is on. They're holding it at 16 seconds. They're on the last bump. So they're going to expand this lead once they get over the bump. They're going to be flying downhill as the other dudes are still struggling to get over the top. You know, it's kind of false flatty through here. We're on the top. 16-second gap still. And so if we go up here now, let's get some... We're coming through the banner, the MyWhoosh banner at the top here of the climb. You can see it just in the distance. So those guys are just disappearing on screen. I can just see them now. Martin Coffey's trying to get busy here, folks. He knows it's now or never. He's not interested in finishing... What would it be? 7th, 8th, 9th? He's not interested. So yeah, this is a fight all the way down to 8th place. These riders are now going to start saying, no. Now we're all going to have to start working here. Otherwise, these two are just going to walk the field. Walk them. Jonathan's done this before. Apparently his specialty is time trialing. And I love this kind of ride, folks. I love it. And I love seeing Mike show up first event right at the front. Really cool. Mike, I checked out the registrations. I looked through all the names. Saw his name there. I thought, I know that dude. First time he's been here to the events. Obviously Christmas. It's hard, folks. It's hard to get your life planned around your bike racing. Joe Meyer, looking strong here, bro. Looking very strong. Joe's not messing around. Joe is not messing around, folks. Will anyone fall at the back here? Jeremy's looks like he's riding at the back a lot. Maybe he's getting nice and rested up. Nice and rested up here, folks. Our gap now, 14 seconds. So they've clawed back at 15 seconds. They clawed back a tiny bit. Guys, we're less than 6 kilometers to go now. Less than 6 kilometers. Let's jump back into the chat. Hey, Elise. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy racing. Elise, hey, Johan and Chris. Just seeing what I'm getting myself into here in 2 hours. Haha. Good luck. So Elise. Oh, so Elise must be, since I don't have an answer yet, she's obviously racing an elite ladies class. That's what I'm understanding here, because they start later. Virtual Velo Podcast, good luck to Elise. She says thanks back. Johan, I'll see you later. Good luck. I'll be checking that out too, folks. I will be checking that out too. So yeah, we got our boys at the front. 19 seconds back to Joe now. Now, what's going to happen between these two? Frenemies for now. At some point, it's going to have to implode. Will Jonathan try to go on an attack to get away? I think Mike's pretty sturdy. He's a sturdy character. He comes from strong stock. Saskatchewan boys, very strong. That farming background probably. Farmer strong, if you know what I'm saying. They're always strong. Mike Aveas, Jonathan, Jeremy Chakes here. Joe Meyer, Jason Mount, Dave Garguillo, Jose Montero Ovedo. 33 seconds back, we got Austin. Brent Sensenig is further 30 seconds back with Andrea Baldi, Albert Chan, Cy Bradley here. I think Cy is on the path to get back into racing form. I listen to the podcast guys. I know him and Matt Smithson. I sent Matt a message yesterday. Hey, Matt. I was just sitting around like, I'm just going to message Matt. Why not? He's always said on the podcast, if you have any questions or whatever, just reach out to me. And I'm like, I even said in my message, I go, dude, when you say that, I believe you. Because I think a lot of people that run these kinds of things, they'll say, oh yeah, you can contact us anytime. They never contact you back. If you're on the MyWhoosh cycling page on Facebook and you have a question, you'll get a response right away. And it's not a bot. You will get a response virtually right away, unless it's some like weird, wacky time in the morning. And generally, it'll be passed off to someone else. Like, hey, I'm going to pass you off to this guy. I'm going to pass you off to this person to help you out. The community's pretty good on there too for giving you answers, so check that out. So after this, folks, what am I doing today? So today will be chores. You know, we got all the animals here. We got the pigs, we got the goats, we got the donkeys, we got the horses, the outside dogs, my 2 old sled dogs I still have. They're not that old, but old enough. So I make sure I take care of them. We got lots of Christmas Day leftovers for them. They eat like kings, those 2 boys. And then I will jump on MyWhoosh and we'll see what happens, but minimum 50K today. And I might bunch it all the way. Folks, 3.5 kilometers to go. Mike looking good here. Jonathan just sitting on his wheel, just in the draft. A little bit of a gap forming. 11 seconds back to Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy's going now, folks. Jeremy's going. He can see them up ahead. Jeremy, bit between the teeth, bro. Bit between the teeth. He's got separation on Joe. Okay. Jeremy looks like he's sitting up a little bit now. Okay. I wasn't sure what he was doing there too. Might have been a weird gear change. His power dropped significantly. I wonder if he's actually trying to wait for them now. So he was clawing them back. Yeah, it's hard to say here, folks. He could be just going, man, they're coming too fast. I'm just burning all my energy right now. So he's got Joe Meyer coming up, Martin Coffey, Jason Mount. They're all coming back, folks. And Jose's back. Yeah, the group's back. That's probably why Jeremy was saying, okay, enough. I'm going to turn it down for a bit. I still got 3 kilometers to try to recover here and get ready for my next sprint. Wish I knew more about Jeremy. Here we go, folks. Mike and Jonathan. Mike and Joe. The Joe and Mike show. Just over 3 kilometers, just under 3 kilometers at this point. We're going to jump back into the chat here. Someone's here, Daniel, saying Sticky Watts from Evans all the time. Well, I do know what Sticky Watts is. Wasn't really watching them back there. Sticky Watts, folks, is kind of a way that you can sprint, let off, and the platforms will kind of keep registering wattage when you're not doing anything. I think they really need to... I don't even know how they fix that. I don't know how they fix it. So someone didn't like what the Sticky Watts. I'm just a pretty consistent rider. So we got Mike here, Joe, Bisson. Remember, folks, we will be racing. We're on stage 3 right now. We still have 3 more full stages to go, which is going to take us, I think, up to... I think it's the 18th or the 21st. I mean, I don't have a calendar handy, folks, but, you know, it's going to be every Saturday. So you got to come back every Saturday to check out the racing. The cool thing is you're going to see some of these riders showing up at other community events. I think some of these riders might even be at the Tour de Monde. And that's how you grow your product, is by growing your community. Like I said, my little team on the other platform, the Discord, you go in there, sometimes it's overwhelming. There'll be like hundreds and hundreds of messages per day about everything. Training, nutrition, group rides, this, that, racing, what we're eating for supper. But it's a community we're all involved in. And our events, oh yeah, you know, we'll see events weekly, 100 to 150 people per event. Yeah, big turnouts. Yeah, and it's just it's a great community. The videos help, folks. The videos, I'm just going to say it, the videos help. People like to see the replays, because that's what I always tell myself. Like, I'll run upstairs. Oh yeah, I had this awesome sprint against this dude. I don't know who he was. I'm telling my wife, or I'm telling my daughters who no longer live at home, and they'll look at me, just their eyes just glaze right over, or they pass out right before my eyes. They don't even know what I'm talking about. Watts per kilo. What does that mean? What is a watt? What do you mean by your cadence? I don't get it. 1.2 kilometers to go. Mike's putting an attack here on this last little bump. Mike knows he might be able to break Joe here. Joe's responding. Yes, dudes. Oh, wow. 1 kilometer out, folks. We're going on a 1 kilometer sprint. This is insane. Okay, these guys must be both just dying right now. 162 heart rate, 178 heart rate out of Jonathan's going now. He's like attack and counter attack. 8.5 watts per kilo. Going into time trial mode here. Oh, Mike's so close here. Mike is so close. He's outside the draft though. Jonathan can take him right now. Jonathan could pull away. He's got the 1 second gap. Jonathan, TT mode, is going for it. Folks, is Jonathan going to win 2 out of 3 of these stages of the series? Now remember, we're going to split through town here, take a left-hand corner, and then we're out into the Oasis area. The finish line's right there. Take a look at the bottom left-hand corner. You're going to see the finishing banner. Mike is now 4 seconds back. Mike has just turned it off. He's turned the jets off. He's realized, fair play, Joe. Take it. Just didn't have enough left in the tank. Finishing line is right around this corner, folks. You're going to take a hard right-hand corner here through the Oasis area, and boom, finish line for Jonathan Bisson. First place in his second race. He's finished in first place twice now is what I'm trying to say. The flash pots go off, WWF wrestling style. Yeah, I still say WWF. Mike Gaveas, second place, strong. Jose Montero Oviedo going up against Joe Meyer here. Come on, Joe. Come on, buddy. Get in that draft. Jose's pushing hard, 10 watts per kilo, giving her. Joe's reacting. Looks like Jose's going to take third place. Joe in fourth. Dave Garguillo is right in the mix too in fifth place. Sixth place, Martin Coffey going in now. Looks like Jason Mount took him on the right-hand side. Jeremy Chakes might have got seventh place. Let me just adjust some stuff here, folks. I want to make sure my big skull is not in the way here. So we'll just put me over here for now. And we'll jump back. So yeah, here we go. Jonathan first, second Mike Gaveas third, Jose Montero Oviedo, Joe Meyer fourth. Joe, consistency, bro. I love it. Dave Garguillo in fifth, Jason Mount sixth, Martin Coffey seventh, Jeremy Chakes eighth. We're going to back up here, folks, because Austin's coming. Austin's on the final corner's coming up, folks. He's on the pavement now. He's going to head out into the desert, into the Oasis area. That's how Alula got formed way back when, 7,000 years ago. It was a desert oasis back then. Just a place where people could say, hey man, there's some water here, there's some trees, let's live here. Austin Urch coming in now in ninth place. Great job, Austin. I think you need flash pots too. How about an emote? Okay, so Andrea Baldi here. Last little section of town. I know the section of town here. I was doing a free ride a while back and I got stuck trying to U-turn through here over and over. I couldn't get my turn to click in. Albert Chan, though, digging in hard, bro. Digging in. He wants to be top 10. Baldy is trying to react. Albert's got that gap. Ooh, look at this. Brent Sansenig coming in like a freight train. He's like, Albert, I'm taking 10th, bro. And he does it, dude. And he does it. Great job to Brent for digging deep, 11 watts a kilo. Albert put in a huge attack too, gets 11th place. Andrea Baldi here will get 12th. It should be lighting up right away on the leaderboard. See where Cy is? Oh, Cy's finished as well. Cy Bradley 13th. Yeah, there's Andrea in 12th. Cy Bradley 13th. Great job, Cy. Joseph Paulson in 14th. Then we got Chris Evans coming in next. Chris Evans is going to finish in 15th place. Brian Hackman coming through town. Ooh, the two Brians are still together. But Hackman's gone. Hawk? Maybe Hawk? Hawk. Boys in motion. Boys in motion here. Going for 15th place. Gonna drink some of my cold coffee, folks. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible. I want the coffee so my tongue almost burns. 15th place will be Hawkman here. Then we're going to have Brian Vandegrand. Super J. Super J is still out there a little bit. Let's check Brian finishing here. At this point here, so we've got we got 16 finishers. Brian Hawkman here. Oh, and Brian Vandegrand, 17 finishers. Then we'll have Jamil, Super J, Daniel Neugbauer, Jeff DeGuide. I'm just looking at the separations here, folks, to see how I'm going to do this at the end. Okay. Looks like we got two riders together here. We got Jeff DeGuide and Joji Ishikawa hanging out together. Super J. What I'm going to do is jump back into the chat and see what people want me to do here. Yeah, Joe's Guitar Shop. Whoa, that was a tough one. Yeah, great finish, Joe. Really good. Dude, I think you're going to be sitting really nice in the standings right now. Really nice in the standings. So, consistency, stay right up there. But, I mean, the other Joe, Jonathan Bisson, like, that dude's killing it right now. That dude is killing it. And Mike Gavea is showing up to awesome stuff. I wish Mike was here from the beginning. He's missed the first two races. So it's going to be tough for him to come back in, but that's the whole point, folks. You can join in late and realize how good the racing is. Get in on the next one. Remember, there's other fantastic racing on MyWhoosh. Super J coming in. I think he's going through town right now. Yeah, he'll be taking a right-hand corner at these banners up here. See, folks, I do ride these courses. So I may not have done this route, but I've ridden down this course numerous times with the airports on the left-hand side. You can see the control tower right now in the top left-hand corner. You just see it. He's going to hang this right. Good douche. Bang, bang. There we go, folks. This is the last little squiggly. It's going to be a left and a right out into the Oasis area. So these riders are all going to be finishing solo. So what I might do, riders, what do you think? Should I jump into another event? Everything was strong, no doubt. Yeah, that was a tough one. Tough one in there. Guys, I think I might jump into another event. So let's just take a look. We've got Super J finishing in 18th place. Daniel's going to finish solo in 19th. Jeff DeGuide and Joji might have a little bit of a battle, but they're 3 minutes from home. Ben Nickerson, another Canadian, will be finishing solo. And then we got C. Esteban Pulgren finishing the Red Lantern today. Here's Daniel. He's coming through town as well. So Daniel's not far from the finish either. There's those Airbuses and stuff like that over there. You can just see the control tower again. Back in the city of Alula. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to try to find another event. Dave Garguira, woof, that was tough. I'm very happy with my 5th. Best results so far. Nice job, dude. Nice job. It's just about coming back every week and keeping going and learning who your competitors are. Best result for so far, it's Bay. I'm not sure what that means. It's BY. I don't know what that means, Dave. Joe's, I think someone thought the finish was sooner than the actual finish. Yeah, dude, that's one thing I noticed too. Some of the finishes are hard to find. I noticed that myself. Okay, so Dave's saying, yeah, Dave, I understand that challenge. It's been a long road of recovery after bronchitis had me off the bike all November. Dude, and like, if you're off the bike for a month, it's like being off the bike for 6 months. Am I right? Johan's congratulating everyone. Congrats, guys. Yeah, if you take a week off the bike, it's like a month. Your like aerobic capacity, VO2 max just starts plummeting. It's not like, strength. You know, if you're used to lifting heavy weights, you could take a lot of time off and you can still lift heavy weights. But just to maintain that like super high heart rate, super high VO2 max, it's very difficult. So Dave, great job. Especially being 5th place after all of November off. That's awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay, riders, what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump out of this one. We're going to jump to the main menu. I want to cover some other racing here. I really do. I'm only picking the B-Men because it's the big one. If the other events had more people in them, I'd be all over it. So let's see what I can get into. So this is Women Cat B. Let's see what we got going on here. Now, these women are probably all done. I mean, they're fast. They are very fast. We'll try, though. And if not, then I'll go to C-Men. So ideally, my plan at the beginning was to... okay, so we've got 5 ladies finisher. We got... I'm going to try not to do this... I can't see all that name, but we got Serena Vittori in second. We got Durancy, Gonzalez, Rue in first. So first is Durancy. Second is Serena. Camila Alberg in third. Alejandra Yaramillo in fourth. And Randy Gino in fifth. coming in next, we've got Linda McHugh. So like the ladies B here, it looks like there's only 6 or 7 riders. The other, we've got Serena who finished second, still cooling down. So Linda here should finish in 6th place. Let's see if she appears on. Yeah, perfect stuff. Nice job, Linda. And then we've got Lorena Beltran, who is the last rider out on course, will be finishing 7th place. No problems for, you know, another Colombian rider. So many Colombians. You know, some of the big nationalities I see a lot, and this is kind of across, well, especially on MyWhoosh, I see tons of Colombians and I see tons of Polish riders. Like, they really stand out to me. Maybe not today, but that's what I see. Okay, folks, so there's only going to be 7 ladies finishers in the B. Again, I think those numbers are down too. I really want to check out men's C. I know there's a pretty good group of riders there. So let's see if I can find it. Just bear with me, folks, because I can't really tell what I'm getting into. So that's women's Cat C. Let's try this. Registration closed. Women Cat C again. So that starts, that's elite. So, yeah, I don't go in there, folks. I'm doing my best here, folks. Just bear with me. I think they kind of changed men's Cat B, so that's done. If I come here, women Cat B again. Where is men's Cat C? I think some of them kind of oh, men Cat C. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Dudes. Men's Cat C. I was looking at the leaderboard last night going, I want to cover these guys, but I think you understand. I'm kind of like torn. I'm like, do we go where all the riders are? So I think men's Cat C is the second biggest group. Men's Cat C. Okay, we got some riders here. Let's check these guys out. Dylan Kennett. I'm pretty sure Dylan Kennett is number 1 on the stats right now. We got Dylan Kennett, Nicholas Trujillo. Seen that guy before. Nicholas Trujillo. There's that Willie Van Sevenant. I want to watch this guy. This guy lives close to me. Okay, so, sorry folks, we got a little bit of bad pop in there. Let's not do that. Okay, there we go. Willie's actually done. So I believe Willie Van Sevenant, I hope Willie sees this. Let's just, okay, leaderboard first, guys. I think this is only about half the riders that should have been here. We've got Dylan Kennett in first, Nicholas Trujillo, Jacques Rusinek, another Canadian. I saw this guy register too, and I've seen his name all over the place. Andreas Londano, John Jairo Calderon. That guy's got to be a Colombian. Andrew Billing, Dominic Barnes, Bo Theriot, probably a Canadian. And Willie Van Sevenant, definitely Canadian. You can see him here. He just finished in 9th place. Great job. I'm pretty sure Willie Van Sevenant. Ooh, David Morgan here. Okay, so we got some racing going on here, folks. Let's hang out with these boys here. We got David Morgan from the U.S., Kushumara Dolnowan from the U.S. as well. These guys are side by side, giving it, riding their hearts out, folks. We're going to stick with these 2 riders here all the way. You heard my little story earlier. Some of the best racing I've seen, and I've covered a lot of racing, guys. Check out my channel, Inside Cycling World. Hey, guys, I'm looking for members. I am looking for members so bad right now. I'm just going to put it out there. I've got subscribers. I've got supporters. But the channel is just kind of like barely making it, folks. Barely making it. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. You can support the channel. I would love it. I've got a membership plan there. Joey Jojo set up a little bit of a merch store, which I know Johan likes a lot. I got to tell her a compliment. Johan said, who did your designs? Joey Jojo did. Who's Joey Jojo? That's my wife. She does all that stuff, folks. I just kind of do this part. I ride my bike. I beat myself to oblivion. I like to annihilate myself when I can, and I love doing cycling commentary. I've always watched bike racing, and I'm like, hey, in that corner right there. Even when I watch the best, like Phil and Paul, I'd be like, how did they not see that? It's right there. And then they'll say, oh, we've heard there's a crash. I'm like, yeah, I just saw it off screen. I just saw it. I'm always like, what are they seeing and what am I? Don't we have the same feed? They're probably like on a TV this big, though, in their commentary box. Whenever you saw them, they were always squished together like this. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's get back into the chat here. Okay, dude. Yes, thanks, Craig. Okay, yeah, guys. So let me just back up again here. Yep. Congrats, guys. Yes, lost way too much fitness and having to be so patient, dude. Dave, good job, dude. Good job. I've been through it as well, and it's just like you lose all that fitness, and you're telling yourself, don't ride because you're just gonna make yourself sicker, and it's gonna take longer to recover, and the longer you're off, the longer it takes to come back. Craig Kennett, yes, Men Cat 3, please. Yes, sorry, dude, Craig. I know you were here last week. It's just the way they stage these things. I can only watch one at once, and they all start at the exact same time. Dominic Barnes is the man. Found him on Twitch back in the day. Okay, so I don't know who Dominic is. He is a Twitch rider, apparently. Dominic Barnes finished in 7th today. Guys, I did do a bit of Twitch streaming way back when. I think I mentioned it, though. Some people thought I was interested in dudes. Let's just leave it at that. They liked my bibs, I guess. Funny story, and I like to repeat that one all the time. So Kishimara was pushing ahead here. Yeah, so Willie Van Sevenant, I gotta finish the story. Sounds like he's probably Dutch, right? Willie Van Sevenant? Come on. Gotta be a Dutchman, maybe Belgian. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Belgians and Dutchies. I know you cannot say that. Anyways, I think this dude lives down at Okotoks. It's a place, it's a little sleeper community just outside of Calgary. I've seen his names doing endurance rides around here. Like they had, there was a big ride a few years ago that I was interested in. It's called the Hurton Albertan. I'm in Alberta, so Hurton Albertan. I think it was a 550 kilometer all gravel race through the farm roads of Alberta. Oh, check this out. Dave Morgan's coming back. Dave Morgan is back, folks. Kishimara pushing hard. Yeah, okay, he's gone. Dolnoan at the front. 10 watt per kilo finisher. Nice job, dude. Nice job. Looks like a fairly lightweight rider. Actually, I didn't even look at anyone's weights today, folks. I like to look at that. So that'll be 10th place for Kishimara Dolnoan. David Morgan will be finishing in 11th. So guys, anyone in the chat, if you know stuff about these riders, just let me know some details about them. I do have a pretty good memory. And I'm always telling myself, hey, look that guy up. Look that guy up. Oh, I hope that guy messages me. People message me all the time. It's really cool. The coolest part is seeing SRC riders jump into community events and ride with us. So you're rubbing shoulders with like the elite riders. And it's even cooler when they message you directly. So I talk to these, obviously not all of them, but I talk to these dudes. And you get to know a little bit more about the racing community. You're not on the outside just watching. They're just normal people doing their thing. They're just really good athletes, right? So yeah, it looks like we only had about half. I think when I looked this morning, there was 22 or 23 men in the standings in Category C here. If they staggered them by a little bit, it would be a little bit easier for me. And you know what, guys? Any race promoters, stuff like that, if you did that, I would stick around too. I'm not just going to do one race and then bolt. I'm trying to cover all of it. You know, some of my days get pretty long. And the hardest part, I try to explain this to people, the hardest part for me, okay, so we're going to jump back to Dominic here. So we're going to do a big bounce. Here's the graphics pop in. Guys, I'm on a gaming PC as well. So Dominic here, okay, he's still got 7 kilometers to go. And then we got Mitch Bauer. Okay, Mitch Bauer didn't get started. Or he stopped. He is 11.3 kilometers in, but it looks like he stopped. I do this. I feel like I've done my bike ride for the day. Like I spend a lot of energy doing this, and then it's like, oh, now I got to get on my bike. So it feels like I'm riding twice as long every day. And, you know, some of those race days, but I love doing it. You know, I hate to be the guy, and you hear people say this all the time. I'm not complaining. It's a lot. So guys, if you like this stuff, dude, I have a lot of videos. So right now I'm focusing a lot on MyWhoosh. I've got a ton of Ruby racing. Some of the MyWhoosh riders have jumped over to MyWhoosh and done some rides with us. It's different. So best graphics, MyWhoosh. Most real world locations, Ruby. So many routes. So it's augmented reality. So you're going to have video and it overlays some avatars on top. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Because the avatar overlay is pretty abrupt. But the videos are really cool. You're going to be riding real world courses. But you can't beat these graphics. Like, I love these graphics. To me, this is almost like, at times, when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking AAA title video game. The graphics are great. I love, with the virtual worlds inspired by real world locations, I like when they replicate real world climbs. Like, I want the real climb. I don't want fakiness. But I also like the fact that you can say, oh, before that, we're going to go through a tunnel underground. Like, they can, add all the fun, pretty stuff on. Because this road in real life would probably be pretty boring. Probably just be a dusty road. There'd be no cool banners. Nothing really neat on the side of the roads, like those Hummers driving around. Actually, it's funny too, is when you're just running MyWhoosh normally, you're missing quite a bit. So if you can get a more powerful device, get it. So I've done group rides with friends on here. All Ruby riders, now riding MyWhoosh. And build a community, folks. No community, no product. That's how it goes. You need your community. The major part of the community is the people that aren't racing the elite racing. That's the reality. 99% of your community is probably me. Right here, folks. Yeah, so I was saying to them, like, hey guys, check out the Hummers on the side of the road. They're like, what Hummers? I'm like, well, there's Hummers racing around in the desert over here. They can't even see that. So lower end devices aren't going to show you all the cool stuff going on the side of the roads. You won't see the animals running around. You won't see little funny things. I'm hoping they put more Easter eggs and stuff into it. Like, oh, there's so many neat things they could probably put into this. Hide little things in the background, because I think it's really fun looking for those things. Gonna jump into the chat one last time here, I think. Greg, all good, Colin. Thank you. Yes, men be. Yeah, Craig, that's why I'm doing that. And I love following the races all the way. If there was 150 people in the men's race, I'd stick there all the way to the end. Some of my other videos, other platforms, are like 2 hours long, and I hang out all the way looking for battles in between. And I'll say it one last time again. Some of the best battles I see are not first, second, third place. They're like 51st place. That's what I love about community racing. And those dudes and ladies, hey guys, dudes, everyone, I don't care. If you're a dude, you're a lady, you're a dude, you're a guy, you're me, I don't care. You're a kid, you're a dude. Those dudes are working probably just as hard as the elite racers. It's just a different level, right? When you're 50 plus and you're sprinting as hard as you can and your heart rate's maxed at 190, you're feeling the exact same thing those elite racers are feeling. They just have a lot of youth on their side and a lot of training and a lot of smarts and a lot of time and commitment. But you're going just as hard. Dave, thanks for the coverage, Colin. Yeah, no problem, dude. I love it. You can call me Dave Garge, like large. A little easier. See you next week. Yeah, bro. We will see you next week. Sorry, just tap the mic there. I'm such an amateur at this, folks. Oh, yeah, and the shirt, too. I was going to say, if you think it's flowers, that's what I used to think. And then I was working some random job one time. I'm unemployable, folks. So, yeah, I do need a job. Someone hire me. You don't have to pay me very much. Anyway, my shirt here, if you look close, you can't tell. It's all skeleton skulls. I thought it was flowers. That's how out of the loop I am. It's actually skeleton skulls. I'm like, what? I was working this business job and whatever. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Yeah, so anyway, riders, what I'm going to do here, thanks for joining me today. And I got to say, I love the support. I love meeting new people. I'm glad you guys like what I'm doing. I hope other people notice at some point. I put so much time and effort into this. It's always going to kind of be like this. I love doing the live streams. Some of my videos might go back to my older style where I do an audio. It might be live, but I might upload it as a video later. There's a reason for that. It's not a big deal. I might do more exploration videos, I think I might get a group ride. How do I get a group ride going on MyWhoosh? Do I just set it up? Dude, I can grow it big. I know I can. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Community, community, community. It's a great place to race, but you need your community. That's your base. That's everything, really. If you don't have a base, everything falls. Am I right? No community, no product. Let's go, folks. Let's grow the community. I want everyone that's here, if you watch this video, take a shot at the Tour de Monde. You don't have to do every stage. There is a team event. Those riders are pretty hardcore. They're going to be doing everything they can. But there's 12 stages. Just jumping into a few. Help grow racing on MyWhoosh. That's what we need to do. So a lot of people say to me, well, it's great racing, but there's no one on there. Okay, that's kind of, yeah, that's a good example. That is, sometimes you jump into an event through the week and there's like no one there. It's like, huh? It's all Sunday. So let's grow community racing. Let's grow community events. Yeah, let's do it, folks. I'm going to help. One way or the other, I will help, and somehow it will help me. Anyways, riders, thanks for watching Inside Cycling World. Call on here. Send me a message. Give me some advice, tips, suggestions. If you got an event you want me to check out that can need like a little push in the right direction, I think I can definitely help you out. Anyway, guys, see you soon. Thanks for watching.